testing. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Mr. Punfu, how are you, man?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I thought we would have started on time today, but as these things go, whenever you're working with technology, it never happens.
You know what? I think that could be our thing now. You know what I mean? Like,
we always plan the time.
hey, come at 7, but it's more like 7:05. You know what I mean?
And then I got the nerve to put a counter up there, a 5-minute counter at 7 o'clock. Oh man. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're doing a bit of a different setup today. We will be streaming today to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if it drops, my apologies. We're doing the best that we can. So I am your gracious host, as always, Mr. Thaiger Adinaldo. And with me, as always, is the #1 co-host in the game, Mr. Punfu Panda. Pun, how are you again, sir?
I'm well. Again. Still.
That's what I like to hear.
How are you?
Nothing's changed in the past 3 seconds since I asked you last time?
No, I don't think so.
Everything's the same, huh?
Still haven't remembered what I wanted to tell you, but...
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to get into that. So Pun was going to tell me something earlier, and then literally mid-sentence...
Like Thanos just
slipped
snapped.
his mind. Yeah, just snapped right out of there.
Thanos just snapped and it's just gone.
It was just gone.
I don't even know what it was about now. So I can't even
Not even sure what it was even in reference to.
Oh God.
Well, I'll tell you what people can. I'll tell you what's in reference to me is my socials. So if you want to, if you want to find me on the socials, you can reach me at Thaiger39, Thaiger 39, and that's at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Grubhub, Uber Eats, MySpace, all of them, everywhere that you on Xbox Live, everywhere. That's where you can find me. And Mr. Punfu, how can they find you, sir?
On Instagram at Punfu Panda and on Facebook Pun Capasso.
Nice and simple, like quick and to the point. Yeah, that's what I like about you, man. You are quick and to the point, sir. We got an interesting little show today, man. We got some things
like a
that
hodgepodge
we're gonna talk about. A couple things. We'll put the little ticker down there.
It's the right one, right? It's not the sports one, right?
Yeah, I think it's the right one. It looks like the right one. Says you had a interesting conversation at Gonzo's birthday, huh?
Yes.
We're gonna get into that. I also wanted to talk about some of the food spots that I've been frequenting and some of the new food spots that have been popping up that I haven't yet tried, and some of the food spots that I would like to get back to, seeing as though, nothing's open anymore.
Right.
We're
all grounded still.
Yeah. We're all in trouble.
Then we weren't, now we're back. So
yeah. Oh man, I feel like my background is very technical right now. I'm gonna put the camera on you while I change that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me minimize this.
That's a cool background.
It switches. There we go. All right, I am back now. Now the background looks nice and swell. I know Gonzo will probably be mad at me because I don't have my usual screensaver up. He might be offended because of that. But listen, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, man. So yeah, I want to talk about some food places that I've been checking out, some food places I'd like to check out, and also I wanted to talk relationships.
Real quick.
Oh,
so the thing about Gonzo's party in the basement,
right?
It's already getting some positive reviews. So
is it?
Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about it.
We haven't even talked about it yet.
No, we haven't even talked about it yet. But yeah.
I think Andre's in the chat. Andre, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us, good sir. Relationships. The two single guys will be talking about relationships.
Oh, that should be fun.
I think it'll be interesting. Well, the question is, should single people give relationship advice?
We were both in relationships before.
True.
So therefore we could give advice.
Boom.
I feel like
so much for that segment.
Sorry. My bad. Well, no, if you weren't ever in a relationship.
Well, wait a minute. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, sir. We'll get to that. You got to tease him a little bit. You know, you got to give a little bit, take a little bit back, give a little bit, take, you know, kind of like DeWine when he's
Yeah, he's giving us all these rules.
Yeah. And what is the other thing that I wanted to talk about? Oh, random bullshit.
Yeah, which is always fun.
I mentioned selling things online and then, you know, just random bullshit. But first, let's I feel like we should come out the gate with this birthday story. I feel like we should just lead. I feel like we should
lead
just
off with it.
Yeah, we should just lead. You know what? Let's hold off on that.
Right.
Let's talk some food
That's always fun.
because I'm a fan. I am a fan of food, and you and I have that in common.
Yes.
We are big time food fans.
Even though we are both now
in the process, of slimming up a little bit,
Yeah.
of becoming more svelte, if you will.
Yeah.
So tell me, what since all this has happened, are there any spots that when everything goes back to quote unquote normal, right? Are there any spots that you plan on hitting like soon as you can, or are there any new spots or places that you haven't tried that you maybe want to, but you're waiting for things to be a little bit more near
Well, like
normal?
I mean, me, you, and Cam did go to Mongolian barbecue.
That was an interesting experience.
I like it better this way.
You know what? I was about to say that. I like it better.
Right? Like,
So-
I don't have to stand in front of that greasy
Yeah.
thing waiting for my food to get done.
You know what? I don't think we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did have to stand and
You
wait for it.
stood there
Yeah.
and waited for it to get cooked while the grease is all splashing in your face, and
I mean, I don't know if the grease.
not
was
like
bad.
that, but you know what I mean. Like you were right there, so
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
the smell would get on your clothes.
Yeah.
Now it's like
The smoke hits you in the face.
they carry your bowl for you. You pretty
Yeah.
much just tell them what you want in your bowl,
Yeah.
and then you go back to your table.
It's a beautiful thing. So for those that don't know, Mongolian barbecue is a place here in is it like nationwide? Is it like a nationwide place? Do you know?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll have to find that out. So it might be nationwide, but it's a place that basically you go in, and it's not buffet style, but it's semi buffet style, right?
Yeah.
So you get your bowl, and then you go up and you basically put all the stuff into your bowl, all the stuff that you want them to cook.
Meat,
you just
vegetables,
vegetables,
sauces,
sauces, all that stuff, an egg,
if you want, yeah.
fish, all that stuff. You put it into your bowl. And then you go, down this line. Then you get to your spices and your sauce, and then you hand it to the people at the grill. They grill it up, hand it back to you. You go to your table to sit down and eat, and it's all you can eat.
All you can eat. Yeah.
I mean, you can go in for one, but
Yeah.
or what is it, like a couple extra bucks
It's a
or
couple
something
extra
like that?
bucks to get all you can eat.
Yeah.
Might
We
as well
all,
just get
even
all.
if I'm just planning on eating one, I get the all
Yeah.
you can eat. And
Yeah,
then
'cause
I
you
at
never
least go
know.
back for it. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. And
And
I
then
try to
you-
eat all I can eat.
And then you ask me, "Are you getting a second bowl?"
Yeah,
As if
that was hilarious.
that's even a question. Like,
That was so funny. I was like, "Yeah, you getting a second bowl?" You were just like. So now, the difference now is when you go in, same procedure. You get your bowl, you go up there, but now, actually, no, you don't get your bowl.
You don't get your bowl.
You walk up. You give them your tag, your sticky
with your
note or
name,
whatever,
yeah.
and they put it on your bowl, and then they put all the stuff on your bowl for you.
and then you tell them what you want.
Yeah,
And then they put
I
it in
kind
there.
of like that because they are always better at putting the stuff in
Right?
there than I am.
Yeah.
Like when I do it, stuff is always just.
I can't
falling
tell
all
you how
over the
many
place.
eggs I used to break, and then I would have to go back in line just to get an egg.
just to get another.
Yeah,
egg.
for like the rice part. Like now it's like they know how to it's like Tetris.
Yeah,
They're just-
They know what they're doing. It's almost like they're paid to do it. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah, I think I definitely like it better now than I did before. But now here's the question: do you think that there's definitely less seating?
Yes.
So it's not as crowded. It's way more spread out. Do you think that they will keep it like this, or do you think that they'll switch it back?
Probably the wrong person to ask this, but honestly, I don't think anything's going back.
You don't think anything is going to
Everything they've changed, I think that's how it's staying.
I was thinking that too. I think a lot of the stores,
At least most
and
of
stuff,
it.
a lot of the stores that aren't 24 hours anymore.
Get used to seeing no 24-hour stores.
Yeah.
Get used to seeing probably no fans at sporting events.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't think the fans are coming back?
No. At least not for any time being.
So not permanently, but at least for the foreseeable next year.
Yeah. I don't think I don't know, it just doesn't fit anything that's going on.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because as quick as they took it away, if they bring it back that quick, that's going to raise more questions as to why you did that in the first place.
True.
So they're going to have to make it equally as long to bring it back as they did. Well, longer, so people don't be like, "Oh, that's weird. It just came and went."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, listen, if the changes stay at Mongolian barbecue,
that would be cool. I'm all for that.
I am not mad at that at all. I kind of want to just go and sit down and have some ice cream.
Right?
Even though I don't do dairy anymore, I'm kind of missing going to an ice cream place. I've only been to, Mitchell's?
Mitchell's, yeah.
I've only been there one time.
Okay.
And that was a while ago. And I kind of want to get back to doing that.
Yeah.
Going out for tacos without walking in and having to stand so far apart from. I miss crowds. I'll be honest with you. I kind of miss crowds.
I just miss seeing people.
Yeah. I miss being out and about, seeing people, seeing their faces, seeing smiles or frowns, whatever. Yeah. I really miss that. I really miss. Man, I haven't had just a regular pizza in a long time because I've been eating. I've been trying to eat clean. Yep. I've been eating cauliflower crust pizza with no cheese. I think I want to have a pizza.
I had one on Sunday night.
Oh, did you? You little cheater.
Oh, well, that's the thing. When I started my process a year and a half ago, I cut back on a lot of carbs and stuff like that, but I'm not eliminating them.
Yeah.
I'm not, I do have my no carb days where it just happens I don't eat carbs.
Right.
But it's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm losing weight, I'm not eating carbs, I'm going vegan, I'm doing the keto. No, I'm just going to proportions.
Yeah.
Proportion moderation, be more active. And that's pretty much.
I feel like that's the best way to do things.
Doing that, I've lost.
Well, I mean, I guess it really depends on your body, right?
Yeah.
Not every system is made for everybody.
For sure.
So, what works for you might not work for somebody else. What works for somebody else might not work for you.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm not poo-pooing any of those.
Yeah.
It's just me.
We don't yuck people's yum.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, because Belsky, he's on the keto.
Belsky's been doing great.
He's freaking killing it.
Yeah, so is Glenn. Glenn's
killing it. Yeah, so
Glenn's
it's I'm not
poo-pooing
any of those. It's just, I like the carbs every once in a while. So
that's where all the flavor is.
I'm more conscious of how many carbs I was eating before, which was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I did cut back a lot, but.
I mean, realistically, you can, if you even just watch your sugar intake and things like that,
yep.
That's important. What I started doing, this was out on the island last summer or maybe the summer before, but what I started doing is just kind of reading what I ate before I ate it. So whenever I would go shopping and I'm thinking about picking up some salsa, right? I look at the back and read it. Okay, this has sugar in it. Let me put this down and get the one that Chi-Chi's salsa doesn't have sugar.
It does not.
And you can get it in a huge thing of it too. But yeah, there was a lot of the garlic salt that I use, right? It had freaking sugar in it. I was like, why the hell is there sugar in garlic salt? So I started finding spices that didn't have sugar in it. Sloppy Joes have a ton of sugar in it. And then I found some sugar-free Sloppy Joe. Tastes a little bit different, but I mean, whatever. Started drinking almond milk. Yeah. And I started putting agave in it. Okay. So I get the unsweetened, and then I put a little dab of agave in it just for a little something.
Did you know that human
at all. The thing that stopped me from drinking, from doing dairy is I watched it was like a 6 or what was the time limit on videos on Instagram before it was a minute? What was it, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, I think
it was like 10 or,
like that.
10 or 15 seconds. I watched however long that was, this doctor on Instagram. It was random too.
Yeah.
Cause like I hit my search button and I was just always random videos. There was a doctor talking and it was like, in the bottom of it said like doctor on milk. And I was like, wonder what the hell he's talking about. Right.
Pepsi.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder what the hell he's talking about. So I clicked it and literally he was like, he literally says, when you think about it, everything in milk is designed to take a 50, 60 pound calf and turn it into a 600-pound bovine in like 6 months.
Yep.
And then he goes, that probably isn't great for us.
No,
and I thought about that and I was like, holy shit, dude.
I actually, with the whole milk thing, so I used to get bronchitis like 2 times a year, like clockwork.
Right.
Doctor, like, it's just, people in this geographical area, Midwest, Northern, because of the weather, it's just something, it's not chronic bronchitis, but it just pops up a lot.
Yeah.
Since I've cut back on my dairy, which was like a year and a half ago, haven't had it.
Really?
Haven't had it.
At all?
Yep.
That's actually pretty fucking good, dude.
Like I got sick around Halloween. We took Frankie and Willie to Disney World for Halloween. And so like the last 3 days of that, I got sick really bad. Just like a cold.
Just like a normal.
Yeah, it was like, nothing
cold,
like, but it was just like, I wasn't getting better. So I was sick for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
After that.
Okay.
I have not been sick.
And this is after you.
Oh, well, yeah. What I was getting to was like, I don't know, like it was a cold. Like usually when I would get sick, I would get the bronchitis, like
I got bronchitis,
Jesus. Whatever. Like,
yeah.
You feel like the phlegm in your throat and like you're wheezing all the time.
Yeah.
It was just a cold. And then after that, I haven't been sick either. So it's weird. Like
now, do you think that that's because you cut out the dairy?
I mean, I was talking to my doctor about it, and he was like, "Well, I mean, phlegm does kind of help produce or the milk helps produce the phlegm."
Yeah, I mean, milk is basically like mucus, right?
Yeah. He was like, "So you cutting?" I didn't completely cut dairy out, but like cutting it way down.
Yeah.
He was like, "Maybe."
I mean, even right now, I'm not anti-dairy.
Oh no, me neither.
Like if somebody makes some pizza rolls, I'm gonna have one or two.
I'm still going. But I still have a bowl of cereal now and then.
I do it. Well, see, I eat my cereal with almond milk.
Okay.
But as far as like dairy stuff, like I'll have I've had pizza rolls. It's been months, but I'll have a bowl of like I don't even know if you can consider it real dairy, but I'll have a like quick little cheeky bowl of mac and cheese, like the quick Kraft mac and cheese.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like once in a while. So I'm not like anti-dairy. Yeah. It's just not part of. I mean, there's no dairy in my house.
That pizza I smashed on Sunday was not only did it have cheese on it, but it was stuffed crust. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
Yo, the concept of stuffed crust is so weird to me. It's like, okay, there's not enough cheese on this pizza. Where else can we put cheese?
Infuse it into the crust.
Let's just shove it up in the crust.
Right. Which I'm not mad at it. But
I feel like that's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, I know. That's why that was like my
That's like Constipation City.
Well, yeah, but that's why I take Metamucil and I mean I have
preventative measures.
I have to take stuff for fiber anyway, so
yeah.
Like Metamucil.
Yeah, okay,
so,
yeah.
So I mean I really don't have that problem anymore.
Okay.
Helps keep everything running
Not
on
mad
time.
At that. Everything running smooth.
I eat a lot of avocados now.
I got addicted to avocados.
Phenomenal. And I've noticed, like, I'll eat one for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat that and a hard-boiled egg, usually for breakfast.
Oh, I got to try that.
And, like, sometimes I won't even be hungry at lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
So I got addicted to avocado after last summer. And then over the the pandemic, whenever I would go shopping, I would grab a couple of avocados. I would grab like 5 or 6 avocados, right?
Yeah.
And then it just became, my routine became, in the morning I eat an avocado and a banana.
Yeah.
And then I eat like a wrap that I made. Like I'd get like the low carb wraps.
Yeah.
And then, I'd get like turkey and sometimes salami, stuff like that. And I would eat that for like a lunch. And then as a snack, I'd have another avocado.
Yeah, right.
So it started avocado started becoming like my snack food of choice. And it's weird because I never liked it until honestly recently. And now it's almost like I'm addicted to them.
So a couple things.
To the point that I had to take a break from avocados.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably say I have an avocado 4 out of the 5 days of the work week.
Really?
Yeah, for breakfast.
That often?
Yeah.
So
I love 'em.
like daily, right? Like you'll have a daily avocado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat them pretty often. But yeah, I had to take a break. I had to take a little breather from them. But I'm about to get back on the wagon. You were about to say?
Yeah. One, hi Liv. It's my niece. Well, one of my nieces.
Okay. Hey Liv.
Nephews.
Hey Liv, how are you?
And then Matt says almonds don't make milk. We know that, but thanks, guy.
You're right. Man makes the milk out of almond.
Yeah, there you go. And Tommy asked if you watched Kingdom yet on Netflix.
No, I haven't yet. That's the is that the Korean zombie show? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tommy. I do believe that's the Korean zombie show. He says, how do you keep it fresh? Steve, how do we keep what fresh?
Yeah.
JT says they're high in fat, avocados. Yeah, but it's a good fat.
It's the good. Yeah, that's where you have to know.
Yeah.
There's good carbs, bad carbs. There's good fat, bad fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or good fat, bad fat.
Yeah, and avocados are good fat.
Like
Plus
tomatoes is the good carb. Bread is the bad carb.
Yeah, 100%. Like, unless it's like whole grain, but even then,
it's all about research, people.
Yeah.
Like,
also, you gotta. Oh, Tommy's talking about the MMA show Kingdom. There's another show.
Yeah.
With isn't that one of the Jonas Brothers on there?
I think so.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
No, me neither.
I kind of didn't because there's a Jonas brother.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an asshole, but
no,
I was like, fuck that guy.
Because if you are,
you know what? That's another group. Like fuck you, dude. Like you're handsome,
right?
You're in great shape. You can sing, and you can act. Like fuck all the way off, dude.
It's like Belsky being a good shot on his first time.
Yeah, like kiss my entire ass, dude. Like really, you gonna just be that good?
Yeah, you're just gonna be good.
Belsky especially, man. Belsky gonna be a good shot. Belsky's a handsome dude. So you gonna be handsome and a good shot.
Define handsome.
I mean, Belsky's a handsome guy.
All right.
On Thursdays, he's handsome as fuck. But on
the other 6 days,
yeah, man. But I'll probably watch it. The thing about avocados being high in fat is that you have to be active. So you can't just eat avocados, not do anything, and think you're gonna slim up.
Is he talking about?
You know what I mean?
What's he talking about? They spoil in 2 days. What spoils in 2 days?
I think he's talking about avocados. I think he means guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole.
Guacamole spoils
if you
quick.
mush it up, yeah.
Avocados. My avocados last me the whole week, but I mean, I buy like 5 of them.
Yeah,
I'll eat one a day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I buy 6, one of those days I'll eat 2.
Yeah,
and then I don't eat them on the weekends. Yes, Steve, you're missing something. They don't spoil in 2 days.
Yeah. They get softer, but
yeah, well, they're supposed to.
Yeah,
so when I buy them, I buy them
hard.
I buy them hard.
And then,
so I'll buy them on like Saturday or Sunday. Buy them hard. By like
Monday, they're good to go.
Yeah.
Unless you're making like my mom makes like a salsa, so she has to use them.
Avocado salsa.
Yeah, so like when she chunks the avocados up, they have to be hard for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the chunks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because I can't cook. I can't.
It's actually called it's like a Texas caviar. That's what it's called.
Texas caviar.
Yeah, there's no like fish eggs in it at all, which is why I don't understand why it's Texas caviar.
Because it's Texas, man.
It's like parsley.
Because it's Texas. Like, nothing else needs to be said. It's Texas.
Like black beans, tomatoes, corn.
That actually sounds delicious.
Yeah, it is really good.
That actually sounds really good.
A lot. Next time she makes it,
I might have to try that. Somebody shouted you out, Carlos. Carlos shouted you out, pun.
Oh, what's up?
In the chat.
It's one of my supervisors at work.
Oh, a coworker?
Yeah.
Oh, not a coworker, supervisor.
Supervisor.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, right now he's a coworker.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you ain't at work right now, so.
Right.
What up, Carlos?
He's a cool.
I don't get no love, Carlos. I don't get no love.
dude.
Damn. All right. Whatever, man. I almost worked at UPS.
Did you?
Yeah. So way back when I was living off.
Did we know?
Yeah. I used you as a reference.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You
yeah.
did.
So I filled out the application. I did the whole shebang, and then the funny part is they didn't hit me up until we went to Florida.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so while we were in Florida, they called me and left me a message. Yep. I'm like, yo, I'm in Florida now.
I'm on
like,
vacation now.
Yeah, I did that like I think it was like a month. It was at least a month. It might have been a month and a half.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't like 2 or 3, but it was at least a month that went by that I didn't hear from them. And then once we were in Florida, next thing you know, they're like, "Hey, if you feel like
like working,
I'm
on vacation now,
yeah,
so.
I'm out. I'm out. Nah, I'm not there right now." Yeah, I almost worked there, man. I wanted to be part of the team, work my way up to driver, and then I became a DJ.
I mean, hey, I think that's worked out well for you.
It's done all right. It's done okay. Now I'm a podcaster.
There you go.
We get to officially say that we are podcasters, sir.
Do we get to say
that? Yeah, we're podcasters.
Is this like a legit thing right now?
Listen, we have what, like 5-6 episodes now?
True. Yeah.
And this is episode 1. We have exited the beta stage.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually 1.0.
All right. Good stuff.
Two Endangered Mammals version 1.0.
All right.
It's official now. Yeah, we are officially a podcast, man. I mean, I'm going to try to get us on some of the audio streaming services like maybe, iTunes or Spotify. But we'll definitely be on SoundCloud. We'll be on SoundCloud by tomorrow. I think this episode will be uploaded to SoundCloud by tomorrow. Cool. So yeah, we are official. Man.
As Belsky calls the Texas caviar, jackaroni salad. Well, I'm sorry,
jackaroni salad.
No, that's my mom's macaroni salad.
It's jackaroni salad.
Jackaroni salad.
Is there a story behind
her
that?
Her name's Jackie. So
okay. Yeah. I was about to say that. Yeah. Somebody get carjacked for the salad.
It is not because it's my mom, but it is pretty banging macaroni salad.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think, haven't I had your mom's macaroni salad?
You have.
Because I came to y'all's house for Thanksgiving
numerous
one time,
things,
right? Yeah. Listen, your mom does make some smacking macaroni salad. Yeah. What's up with moms and macaroni? Like, my mom makes a mean macaroni and cheese, and your mom makes a mean macaroni salad.
Yep.
Whew. Man. Oh, man, that's good.
I'm hungry now.
Right? Now we talking all this food. Now
we're talking about all this healthy stuff, and now it's macaroni salad, macaroni and cheese, and
oh, Carlos said I gotta come to more stuff, so he's not the only black guy. Hey man, I've been there. I was that dude for way too long. Yeah. It's your turn, my dude. It's your turn.
It is your turn, Carlos.
It's your time to shine.
Yep. Gotta hold it down.
Yeah. Look at all the old pictures, man. It's me. Yeah. Oh man, have I met Carlos?
Yeah, do you know? Have, yeah.
Have I? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. You know what? I get on camera and get bougie.
Long day.
I get bougie and just don't even know anybody anymore.
I'm a big timer now.
Yeah. Just call me Thaiger Rogan up in here,
Thaiger
man. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Yeah. Oh shit, Herbie's in here. Shit. Herbie Lovebug, man. That's the homie right there. Do you know that? As far as like in Ohio, man, if it wasn't for Herb, I probably wouldn't know anybody. Let me tell you how good of a person Herb is. Let me tell you a little something about Herb. Because I remember last time when Brent came in, I talked about Brent, talked about Vortex. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to talk about Herb, man. Herb, this guy he would literally like come and pick me up, right, to go to like clubs.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, yo, we're going to this spot. I'll be there to pick you up. Now, he lived at the time like off of 25th.
Okay.
I was in Westlake.
Oh, God.
Right? Yes. So I'm in Westlake. We're going downtown. So he goes out to Westlake.
You leaving downtown.
Yeah.
To go to Westlake.
To drive back past his house for us to go downtown, right? Like that's
the homie right there.
That is the homie, man.
Yeah,
like I remember when I bought my first Beamer, I posted. I tagged a bunch of people. I tagged you in it. I tagged Julian. I tagged Herb. Herb is one of those people, man. If there was ever a time where he was like, "Yo, I'm stuck somewhere, man. Can you I'm gonna get there."
Yeah.
He could be stuck in Texas. I'm gonna get him. We'll figure it out. I took him to DC. I took him to DC. I took Chew Boogie to DC. But yeah, man, Herb is the reason that I play PC games.
Okay.
No joke. Like Herb is the reason that I'm as much of a gamer as I am now.
Okay.
I used to go to Herb's house and watch him play Half-Life.
Okay.
Right? I didn't even have a computer. I had a console, but I didn't have a computer. And I used to go to his house. Hey Herb, do you remember this? He had a fucking E-machine.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember that?
Wow.
Yeah. He had an E-machine. And I used to go over there and watch him play Half-Life for hours, just like amazed. I used to be, I'm like, man, he's so good at this game. And do you remember the original Driver?
Yes.
The original Driver game? Herb used to come to my house when I first lived in Lakewood, and we would play Driver for hours. So you know how like sometimes you go to somebody's house and they just happen to have some games, and then you end up playing some games. He would literally hit me up. Yo, what are you doing? I'm just chilling. Trying to run some Driver? Bet, come on over. And we would play Driver. We would play the I think it was the survival mode.
Yeah.
And it was bananas, and the craziest shit used to happen in that game. And we used to literally play that game and just bug out on that game, like till the wee hours of the morning, playing Driver.
Our PC game was always Command and Conquer.
Yeah,
you know, you build your own army, and then you.
That's a real time strategy game. You know, I never got into it, but I like watching them.
That was just
it's a solid game.
Same thing with Driver. Like we would be, oh god, like hours. We'd start at like 10 at night, and the sun would be coming up,
and just keep
like,
playing.
Oh shit, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, or oh shit, we gotta go to school. Like,
yeah, we used to run Driver till, oh man, it was crazy. Like that game, it was like a phenomenon.
Yeah.
And this is before Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, Grand Theft Auto 3, because he hipped me to Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, because he played those too. So I used to go over his house and watch him play Grand Theft Auto on that fucking E-machine. Yep. And then I was like, I got to build a fucking computer. So I got an IBM, like somebody gave me an IBM, and I just started like upgrade, like just doing stuff to it. I think I had like a Pentium 4 or it might have been like a Pentium 2 or Pentium 3 or something. But yeah, I started upgrading, and then finally got a video card. I remember when I got a video card, see, the E-machine didn't have a dedicated video card. Yeah. When you get a video card, shit looks way better. And I got a video card, and I was like, yo, I wonder what Half-Life would look on here. And I tried it, and I was like, oh shit, this is night and day, fam. Yeah. This is night and day. But yeah, he was the first person. He was the first person that I ever personally witnessed beat a game.
Okay.
He was like the precursor to Twitch, because I used to go over there to watch him play. Even when he came over, like most of the time, I would watch him play Driver. Yeah. I mean, I would play too, but I would watch him play Driver. And then, yeah, that literally sparked my PC gaming, console gaming, and like even to this day, like we'll see each other. And one of the first things we talk about, like if there's a new console, we'll be like, yo, do you got the new whatever it is? And I'll be like, yo, I got it. He'll be like, me too. I played this game and this game. Like we still to this day, that's one of those things, like dancing and games have always been a constant. And popozudas, but we won't get into that. But we won't get into that. But that's always been a constant. Like with me and him, it's always been a constant. Yeah. Oh man, Brent Walker's in here.
The plug.
And Goose is in here. Big old Goose.
Goose?
Goose is in the building. Somebody just signed in named Barack Biden.
What?
I ain't mad at it. Whatever.
I mean,
whatever. Live your truth. Whatever. Yeah, man. So like, yeah, Herbie is the reason that to this day that I game.
Okay.
And like honestly, one of the reasons that I know so many people going out. So you remember how when we used to go out, right?
Yep.
Like I was kind of the plug. Like I was the one that, you know,
yeah,
like I would get people in. You know what I mean? That's because of Herb.
Yeah.
So Herb is the one that introduced me to everybody.
Okay.
I actually met his brother first. I met Ali first.
Yeah.
But yeah, Herb was like, when I met Herb, it was like, we just clicked and it was like, that's the homie. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, then when I lived off of 25th, I literally lived like up the street from his parents. Mm-hmm. So that's when he was coming over playing games. I was right up the street from his parents. And then Herb, you lived like I think he was like a few streets away. It was like a few streets from there that he was living. And that's where I used to go to watch him play Half-Life. But yeah, he was like that dude, man. Like all the clubs, like he'd take me out. And the thing is, he didn't just, let me tell you how solid of a person he is, right? We didn't just go out and it was like, all right, we're in the club. You know what I mean? Go do your thing. He would like actively introduce me to people. Yo, this is my homie Thaiger. He's new here. He just moved here from DC. He's a B-boy, so on and so forth. And not just like random thought pockets. Yeah. Like he would introduce me to management, security guards, the DJ. Like he was introducing me to people. And he's one of those people that like he was like, oh, you DJ? Oh, let me introduce you to these other DJs. Yeah, you know what I mean? Cool. Oh, you're a B-boy. Okay, let me introduce you to all the other B-boys. Yeah. Let me plug you in. And even when dude, he's the reason I was on the Scream team. Yeah. Like literally, like he's the reason that I did that. He like a lot of like out of town shows we did, I did with him. Like when I was doing shows and stuff, dancing, a lot of it, other than like the stuff I did in DC and the stuff with Natural Elements and Brent, but like here in Ohio, literally like this dude plugged me in to like, I'm immensely thankful. Like he plugged me in. Like even honestly, even like DJing right now, it's all connections that I made because of him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he connected me, and then so like there's a thing that happens, right? You know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Yeah. So it's one of those things where you can introduce people to people, right? Mm-hmm. And it's up to them whether they take it to the next level. You know
run with it. And
it kind of goes with what I was going to talk about with TikTok being banned, right? Yes. A lot of people being upset about that. So like a lot of people on TikTok have a following. TikTok. My bad.
I mean, it should be called TikTok.
A lot of people on TikTok have a following, right? Mm-hmm. But then they don't really parlay it. You know what I mean? They don't parlay it into anything. It's the same thing with all social media, right? Yeah, right? Like I know people that have, 10, 11, 20, 30,000 followers.
You were telling me,
but they don't monetize.
They don't do nothing with it.
Yeah. So like, the people that I know that haven't monetized their socials, right? And have a huge following like that, all they do is complain. They complain about people saying dumb stuff under their pictures. And I'm like, listen, if you got that big of a following and you're not going to monetize it, then make your shit private, dude. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but if you have that following, monetize it. Yeah. Because then it becomes, I have a friend and she has an account. She has like 3 accounts. One of them has like 60-something thousand followers, right? Crazy.
You're getting paid.
And she should be. The other one has like 20,000, and then her new one she just made has like 2,000. And I was like, well, why don't you use the one with the 60,000? Right. Start working with some of these like brands and stuff, and putting content out, and then that becomes passive income. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, hopefully one day we can get to the point to where we're putting out podcasts and it just becomes passive income. Yeah, right. And then we'll make something off of the stuff we posted a year ago. You know what I mean? So you can lead people, but you can't make them parlay it. Yeah. And that's the thing Herb did. Like Herb gave me all these connections. He connected me to all these people. I'm talking owners. Yeah. Like Herb is a connected dude. Like owners, like, and even like people that own other stuff that we meet in the club. Like somebody this person owns a car dealership. This person owns a restaurant. This person owns this. And he connected me with all these people. And then at that point, he's not going to hold my hand. No. He made the connections, and at that point, it's my job to parlay it. I feel like I've done that.
I think you've done a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Because you in turn did that for all of us.
That's what I try to do.
You know
I try to pay it forward. You know what I mean? And so like he connected me, man. He was the one that connected me with so many people in this city, and a lot of the things that I do now is because of the connections that he made. And I was able to parlay it. Some people, you make the connections and they just leave it at that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, here's this person that owns this. I've introduced, so this isn't a bash on women. It just happens that this one is about a woman. I've introduced a woman to a club owner, right? And she had moved up here. I'm not going to say where she moved from, but she moved here from another place. And the place that she was at, she did like bottle service, VIP, things like that, right? So I introduced her to like 3 different club owners.
Yeah.
Right? Like
thinking that one would hit.
Yeah.
Not like hit that way, but like one would be like, oh, okay, 1 out of 3 chance that you get a job.
Exactly. And the thing is, it wasn't just an introduction. It was like, listen, hey, this is my friend so-and-so. She's really solid people. You know what I mean? I just wanted to make the introduction. She just moved here.
Yep.
She worked in the industry. I just wanted to make the introduction, which is pretty much what Herb was doing. You know what I mean? And then like a couple months later, she's complaining about like not having a job or not. And I'm like, yo, I gave you the plug. I gave you the alley-oop. 3 of them. I gave you the alley-oop. And that goes through my mind a lot. Like when stuff like that happens, I think back and I'm like, just imagine. I mean, Herb has introduced me to hundreds of people. Could you imagine if I was like dumb enough to just not catch the alley-oop for any of them?
Any of them. Yeah.
Like any of them. And he didn't have to do that. That's why I know I'm going off on a tangent. But that's why like Herb is like, I will always have his back. I will always have love for him. There will never be a time, even though like me and him will go months without talking, and then he'll just pop up and it's like, it's just love. You know what I mean? It will always be that way. Cause that dude is responsible, man, for a lot of good shit in my life, man. That dude is responsible.
Funny thing about the tangent thing though, you are the captain, so you are allowed to go on tangents.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't have my captain's band on. Hold on. Let me put it on real quick. Is that the right side? Is that right side up? There we go. There we go. Can they see that? Yeah, I got the captain's band on now.
Like last time I checked, this is the Two Endangered Mammals podcast.
It is.
And we are the Two Endangered Mammals.
I mean, you can get off on a tangent too.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Hopefully, you know it will.
Hopefully, it's not an angry one. You know, pandas are known to be a little ornery sometimes. You've
look.
been, you know what? You've been happy panda lately, man. What has changed? That like I've noticed like the past year, man. You've been like super.
Like it's this whole last year and a half thing is just. I still have my moments, you know.
Right.
But I try not to make them public.
Okay,
like I try not to post a lot of them on Facebook anymore and stuff like.
Well, I remember there was a time where, if you don't mind me saying, there was a time where you were thinking about stepping away from social media.
Yep.
However, you take really cool pictures.
Yes. Well, I try. Thank you. I try.
You take really cool pictures, man, and I think the world is a better place with your art in it.
Thank you.
And me personally, I tried to suggest that maybe. Just post your pictures, man, because it's that's definitely a good thing.
I'll post some Ohio State articles, because Ohio State, that's my thing. Yeah, obviously a lot of my nieces and nephews.
Of course,
I got a bunch of them, and I love them all to death.
Of course, as you should, you should.
And then just pictures around the city that I take. Like I just try to I'll post some music, like some songs here and there.
Yeah. Real quick, Steve said Pun needs a co-captain band. Steve, you should buy it. Well, just don't make it bigger than mine. Okay, please continue.
But in soccer or football, there is no co-captain band.
True. But this is a podcast.
Okay, that's cool.
We make our own rules.
All right.
Just not bigger than mine, or get me a bigger one. But yeah, you were saying.
So it's just within the last year and a half, at the beginning, I got really sick. I was really sick. Which kind of led to me the whole weight loss thing and being more aware of what I put into my body.
Okay.
Or at least of like, you could still have a pizza, but you don't have to eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just not the entire pizza.
Yeah. Being more active. And so like, I've talked to you about deleting Facebook numerous times. I did it, but then like I brought it back, made a new one.
The return. Because
it was just, like, look, like, okay. You used to tell me this all the time. Just because you see something on social media doesn't mean you have to react to it. And
big facts.
I feel that was my problem. Like I was
reacting to everything.
It's like even if I agreed with it or disagreed with it, I had to comment on it.
Okay.
And it's like no, because look, social media to me now is something that should be positive.
It should. It should.
If you have something positive that you want to share, to me, that's what social media is for.
Right.
Once the news industries got into it and big media
and attention.
And attention. Yeah.
Sharing positivity and attention, which is positive.
Which is, which, anything somebody does could be attention seeking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and people posting stuff for attention can have a positive.
It could have a positive effect.
Yeah, it could have a positive effect on someone else's life.
Yes. So I just kind of stuck with, well, I know people like my pictures, so I'll just stick to that.
That makes sense.
And then, I some people do like reading the Ohio State articles I post, so I post those, So I'm just trying to keep it stuff which even then, like, it's probably just me, because like I'll post something about, say, Ohio State. It's an article, so I didn't even write it. I just posted it.
Just something that you...
And then, like, somebody I haven't even heard from in like 3 years
just comes on,
comment on it.
Just to disagree.
And it's like, okay, first, I didn't write it.
Yeah.
Two, you could comment on it. It's your prerogative.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, if I don't hear from you, if the only time you comment on stuff is like if you don't agree with it or if it's negative, then don't even comment on my stuff.
Yeah, at that point, your comment is kind of, it's like if you're not there for the, how they say, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Yeah.
Like if you're not there when things are good,
yeah,
why are you popping up when things are bad? Because clearly you just want negativity. If the only time I hear from you is negative, which kind of brings me to my other topic is relationships, relationship advice, right? So if the only time you ever hear about somebody's relationship is negative stuff, you know what I mean? Then why are they even talking about it, or why are they even doing it? Same thing about your post. If the only time somebody pops up on your post is to say something negative, that's, well, why are you even here? You know what I mean? Why are you even friends with me on social media if the only thing that you want to do is say like negative stuff to me, randomly? So,
and I don't know, I felt like I did a lot of that before, and like it still happens sometimes, and I have to catch myself, but it's still a process. I'm still trying to turn over a new leaf and be more of a it's positive role model for my nieces and nephews.
As with any piece of art, you are a work in process, in progress, a work in progress. I said process.
Same thing.
A process of work. Brent said that he has a friend that loves to debate under his posts.
I can't stand that.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest. I don't mind. So here's the thing. I don't mind a debate, right?
If it's face to face.
If it's face to face, I don't mind a debate. Yeah. A debate in a comment section to me is kind of, I don't know. It's
asking for trouble.
Yeah, it's asking for trouble. And plus, people can say anything with the anonymity, being anonymous.
Yes.
Being anonymous online. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer, when it comes to things like that, I prefer face-to-face conversations. Yeah. Plus, you can say anything you want online with conviction. Like, you can be like, this is what this is. Yeah. And be completely wrong, and there's no consequences for it. And what I mean by consequences, certainly. What I mean by consequences, I don't mean getting hit in the face, but I mean, like, if I'm talking to you and you're telling me something and we figure out that, hey, you're wrong. So now you have a choice. You can either admit to it, or you can change your mind, or you can double down and look like an ass. Yeah. Or if I'm wrong, same thing. Yep. I can either double down, look like an ass, or I can be like, oh, you know what? You got me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Online, you can just disappear. Yeah, you can just stop commenting. Yep. So there's no closure to it half the time. You know what I mean? And people will argue till they're blue in the face online. You know, it goes back to why we don't talk about a lot of things on here. I won't say anything specific, but there's a lot of things we don't talk about on here is because it's number one, it's one side of it. It's very one side. It's just us talking. Yeah. And, and people can say what they want in the chat, but then we don't have to necessarily respond to it. So it's not like a give and take. It's not like a back and forth. And, it's just not worth the argument. And then years later, you might feel differently about something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk about super important things here because right now I may feel one way about it. And then 2 years from now, I may feel a completely different way about it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, if you'd have asked me years ago how I felt about Bill Cosby, I'd be like, man, he is a hero to all of us. Literally everyone. He is a hero to the entire human race. And you asked me yesterday, fuck that guy. Like, like, is that even a question?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So, about these relationships, man, I got asked the other day about some relationship advice, and I gave some relationship advice, and then the person who I gave the relationship advice to, their friend was like, well, what does he even know?
Yeah.
He's single. And so, as I asked you before, what is it?
Or as Brent Walker calls him, Pill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God,
That's
that is so
fantastic.
good. That is so good. Could you imagine if it and this is just me playing, tinfoil hat. Could you imagine if it a bombshell got dropped that all that shit was made up?
I mean,
Could you imagine?
it could be.
Anything's possible, but I mean, just imagine if they were like, yeah, so.
You know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
You're my Eddie Bravo.
But I like conspiracies because it's something to think about.
They're very fun.
They
They're
are.
They're very fun.
Like,
They're very
just
fun to
because
think about.
Like, I feel like it's the easy thing to say, like, oh, you like conspiracies, so you're a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not saying I agree with them.
I mean, they say that a lot about people that are critical thinkers.
That's what I mean.
They call them conspiracy theorists.
Or who?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are conspiracy theorists out there.
Yes, for sure. But it's like, I don't consider myself one. Maybe I am. I don't know. But it's like, just because I talk about one doesn't mean that's what I believe. I'm just bringing up or making to light another possibility.
Yeah. There's no wrong.
I'm not saying you have to believe it, or I even believe it.
I personally like conspiracies because, it just gives you something more to chew on. It gives you something more to think about. And it's not all conspiracies are necessarily bad. I mean,
and as we have come to find out, as time has gone on, some things that we thought were conspiracies
end up being
actually
true.
are true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for a long time, the whole thing about the assaults and stuff that were going on in Hollywood were conspiracy theories.
Feldman.
Yeah.
Damn near
Corey
told
Feldman.
y'all, hey, this is happening. No, you're crazy.
Not damn near. He literally told them.
Oh, no, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Literally went crazy.
Made fun of him.
And now he was right.
Yeah.
And you just ruined that dude. You pretty much, that dude is fucked up in the head now because you told him.
Very much
not you,
so.
but like,
they
told him.
I didn't do it.
He was crazy.
Yeah. That's
and now come to find out, 20, 30 years later,
Give or
he was
take,
right the whole time.
That's crazy.
But they didn't want to believe him.
Yeah. That's wild. That's what I think about.
So, I mean, you could say some conspiracies aren't true, but some of them do.
Some of them end up being true. I feel like sometimes the label of conspiracy theory gets put on things that
doesn't fit the agenda.
Maybe not doesn't fit that as well, but also like something that's just so out there that you can't explain it or can't explain, like the whole thing with Hollywood, right? Mm-hmm. That's so far-fetched and so out there. Like think about the idea of a man pretty much, conning women into relations with him in order to put them in movies, right? That's something that a supervillain does in a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so far-fetched and so out there and so hard to fathom. And I'm not saying that somebody doing it to a handful of people, it's easy to believe. Yeah. Somebody doing it to an entire industry and not getting caught, that's so far-fetched and so so foreign to think about. Like, how is this fucker getting away with this?
Right.
That you just chalk it up to conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, there's no way that's happening,
Right.
dude. That's just a joke on Family Guy.
Yeah, right.
But meanwhile, this dude is out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it's
you
just so
want this job? Come up to my hotel room.
exactly
After midnight.
Yeah. It's so far fetched and so hard to believe that people were like, this is conspiracy theory. But then when you have, poor Corey, who's telling y'all like, look,
The whole time.
this is what's going on, man.
Right?
And nobody wants to listen. Nobody wanted to listen.
And come to
And
find
here,
out,
and here we are.
that dude was right the whole
It's kind
time.
of like Epstein, right? Like, this isn't political.
No.
We're just like the whole thing with Epstein, right? That's so far fetched.
You
It's so hard to
an
believe.
island.
An island.
Of course, anybody would hear that and be like, "Oh, yeah,
That's a fucking movie.
that's gotta be made up."
Yeah, that's a movie. It's kind of like, think about the fact that fucking UFC bought an island,
Right?
and they fly people in there to fight.
Yeah.
All Dana White has to do is kidnap somebody's girlfriend, and
Right.
that's a fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's Mortal Kombat. Like that's
Literally, it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's fucking, bro. That's Mortal Kombat. That's what's the other game? Dead or Alive.
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Like
Right.
every fighting Street Fighter 3. Like all he's
Marvel
gotta
vs.
do-
Capcom.
Yeah, all he's got to do is kidnap somebody, and then that dude is a supervillain. So like the idea of Epstein owning an island, like it's pedophile island, and like he's flying people like that. When you think about that, when you write it down and you look at it on paper, you're like, this is a script for a movie.
A fucked up movie.
Yeah, this is a fucking
movie.
this is like a Nicolas Cage movie where you know what I'm saying? Like a Nicolas Cage, he goes and rescues people. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like
right. Yeah.
or like a like a fucking Joaquin Phoenix movie. You know what I mean? Like you're like, this isn't actually like happening, right?
Yeah, no.
Like if you were to sit down, if you were to go back, let's say to like, I don't know, just go back in time to like 1990, right? And roll up on anyone and be like, hey man, there's this dude and he's filthy rich. He owns an island and it's full of underage, girls, and he flies a bunch of rich people out there to sleep with him. People be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like they'd be like, hey, somebody get this dude his tinfoil hat, yo. Like this is, but like here we are. Here we are. And if you know what, if you honestly, even me, like I'm not ashamed to admit, even me, dude, if you would have told me that years and years ago, I'd have been like, there's no way. There's no way. I'd have been, you know what? Because of my faith in humanity, I'd be like, there's no way he's getting away with that. There's no way that's been going on this long and he's getting away with it. But
see, like
here we are.
Then there's me. I have faith in humanity, but not faith in the
system.
In that humanity.
Yes.
I have faith in the everyday worker person who's just making ends meet.
Okay.
Getting by.
The
me and
worker
you.
bees, yeah.
Like we do our thing, whatever job it is, then we have fun when we can, but we're just getting through this thing called life.
Right.
I do not know how a millionaire, I don't know that lifestyle. Quite frankly, I don't want to know it. Because everything I know about
I might want to know it for like a week.
Well,
I might want to be rich for like a week.
I shouldn't say I don't want to know it. But we find out that a lot of millionaires and billionaires are living in a movie. Things that we can't comprehend that would really happen, it's happening.
Things that make sense to us, they don't even understand.
Yeah, they don't understand it.
Especially if you grew up in money like that you don't understand the day-to-day of like normal, just human existence.
I should say, I want to know the part of it of spending it.
Yeah. I want to know the part of it of earning it and then having it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we're grounded enough. We started here, and if we were to get to there, as long as it's gradual, I don't think anybody's ready to just have a ton of money thrown at them.
Oh, I'll be a
knucklehead.
What I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is like for example, like Epstein Island type thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to know that.
No.
If I'm rich, I don't want those kind of connections. No. I don't want that kind of life.
Yeah.
I want a normal life, but oh yeah, I'm rich.
Money
You
makes
want
you weird,
you want to
man.
go to freaking Italy for the weekend? Let's go. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that.
I like how you said Italy right out there.
Well, yeah, that's my people. So but I want that part of it. I don't want the dirtiness of it. If that makes sense.
That makes complete sense. I feel like money has a way of making people weird. Money has a way of making people very, very strange for some odd reason. You know, people get an influx of money and start doing weird shit. I've done it, like not weird like that, but I've bought dumb shit.
Yeah.
I get an influx of money. I'm making a bunch of money. You know what I mean, in a short amount of time, and I've bought some dumb stuff. A
whole wall at Foot Locker, which wasn't dumb.
I mean, it wasn't smart.
It wasn't smart, but it wasn't dumb.
But
you
I wanted
like
that
shoes,
experience.
and you wanted that experience.
A motorcycle that I don't ride.
That you don't ride.
Oh man, good times, my friend. Good times.
Kirsten said, "Why would any of that be hard to believe? Money buys a lot."
It does. Money buys a ton. It's just a foreign. The reason why it would be hard to believe is because. So it's easy to believe right now because we know.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So before you know something, things are a little bit harder to believe, and then once you know it, it's kind of like somebody gets caught doing something. You're like, that dude always rubbed me the wrong way. A lot of times that's not actually true, but hindsight's 20/20. After the person is caught doing weird stuff, there was a situation where and I don't want to. I'm still friends with the people that were affected, so I'm not going to put them on blast. But I did a show at a school, and then I had met. Obviously the faculty there, and one of the faculty was one of the sports faculty. I won't say which one or anything like that. And at the time, I was like, man, he's a great guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, talked to him for a while. I was like, man, the kids love him. Like, everybody loves him. Cheerleaders love him. You know what I mean? Everybody's like super friendly with him. Dude had money, so he was doing what he was doing just by choice. You know, he had some money put away. And then like literally 2 months later, I'm watching the news and I'm like, why does this dude on the TV look really familiar to me? You know what I mean? This was a school in a whole other county, like a whole other. So I'm like, why does this dude look so familiar to me? Come to find out, dude was smashing like 4 or 5 of the cheerleaders. You know what I mean? I'm like, and it would have been one of the people that was there with me was like, yeah, that dude gave me a weird vibe when we were there. And I was like, I don't know what vibe you're talking about because I didn't know, I didn't notice a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So like knowing now, it's really easy to believe now because it's happened. If you would have told me when the allegations against Bill Cosby first started happening, right? It was hard for me to believe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, this was like America's dad. You know what I'm saying? So when it was first said, I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, well, let's wait for the.
I'm that guy too. Like,
let's wait for the evidence.
Yeah.
And then, like 1, 2 people, you're like, okay, it's possible that this might not be true. I mean, once you start getting into like 4, like, come on, dude. Like, come on. You got an entire city worth of people accusing you.
Yeah.
You did that shit. But even like when I first heard it, it was difficult for me to believe just because I didn't get that. Yeah, money buys you a lot, but I personally believe that evil exists.
It does.
But the only way for evil to exist is good has to exist. Yeah. There's a lot of evil rich people. There has to be good rich people, or else there's no evil rich people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's yin and yang. Like if there's one, there has to be the other. You know what I'm saying? So, these rich evil fuckers they definitely exist, but good people also have to exist. And when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, Kirsten, I didn't hear about it in the 90s. I had never heard about it. I didn't hear about any of it until recently. Yeah. Then again, I wasn't.
Yeah, but I really wasn't paying attention to
it. And I wasn't. And we in the case of Mr. Cosby, we aren't the affected party.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? In the case of Weinstein, we're not the affected party.
Yeah.
So we might not have heard it as quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure there was rumblings going on. I'm sure there was a lot of people like, listen, if this
something shady's going on.
calls you in a meeting, like, don't go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of people that are optimistic and are
Right.
like, well, maybe that was then. This is now. I haven't heard anything.
Right.
He hasn't done anything to me. And then next thing you know,
No,
you're in a
boom.
bad situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like when I had first heard about it, like I found it hard to believe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a difference between finding something hard to believe and then just outright calling someone a liar. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, these women are lying.
No.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, that's wild.
That's pretty crazy.
Man, and when people are like, well, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know what to think. Like I've been watching this dude for years.
Right? That was almost like with the whole
But once don't get it twisted.
Once it happened, then all right, that dude just,
I wasn't still like
scumbag. Like with the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, like, because that's like not that I like that stuff, but like conspiracies, like I like. There's some shady shit going on.
Yeah.
Let me dig around and see what I could find. It's like 2 years ago, like I was like, wow, like this shit's fucking crazy.
I had heard about it.
And then I remember I posted one thing on Facebook back then about it. And I just got bombarded. Like, oh, you don't like I was the one who wrote the article.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I'm not even saying I think this is going on or whatever. I just posted it because I'm like, look, this is fucking crazy.
Something's happening.
And this is crazy.
I'll say this with a lot of conspiracies or conspiracy theories, whenever they start gaining steam, I start to think to myself, something's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's exactly what they're saying is happening, but something is happening. I don't know what, but something is happening. It's kind of like, the whole Wayfair thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not exactly what they're saying, but something's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't just pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like Cat Williams said, if 1,000 people say that you smoke crack, you probably smoke crack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
probably a crackhead.
Right.
So you got all these people saying that something creepy is going on with Wayfair. They might be doing some shit.
Right.
I don't know what.
Me neither.
And that's another thing that, if somebody just told you randomly, hey man, that website people get furniture and stuff from, if you order some cabinets, it comes with some kids.
Yeah, right.
Like you'd be like,
that's
that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it's, I don't want to believe it. Maybe I don't want to believe that, but obviously there's that evil of people in the world, but maybe it's, I don't want to believe that things are that evil. At the same time, I'm fully supportive of investigating it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those people that's like the Bill Cosby situation, right? I'll go back to that. When it first started, I was like, man, I kind of find this, it's a little bit difficult for me to believe. At the same time, yeah, we need to look into this.
Yeah.
And we need to figure it out because this needs to come to the light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either way, it has to come to the light.
Yeah.
Am I hoping it's not true? Sure. Like you look up to somebody, you kind of hope that they didn't do these evil things.
Yeah.
Either way, it needs to come to the light. So I'm 100% supportive of investigating.
For sure.
Like listen to the people, hear what they have to say, investigate it, figure it out. If this dude is guilty, put him under the jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
sure.
COVID happened and he wanted to get out. Fuck him. Let him sit in
right.
there. Same thing with Weinstein.
Yeah.
COVID happened.
Like,
and he
nah.
was like, oh, I need to, fam.
But you know what? Talk about a tangent. Here it comes.
Oh.
Why the hell? Look, if you're in jail for like marijuana, something like that you shouldn't be in jail for.
Right.
Okay, I get it. Why the hell why are we releasing criminals because of COVID?
Hardened
keep
criminals.
them in the jail. I don't care what happens to
Yeah,
them.
hardened criminals.
Like,
No,
does
I can
does that
understand.
not make sense to anybody else?
It did make sense. It did make sense. I can understand nonviolent offenders. So like,
yeah, like if you're in there for like, I don't know, like a DUI. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, DUI is a little weird, man. You might have fucked somebody up. You might have killed. If you were in there for weed possession or like anything like that, like let's say, shoplifting,
something
shit
that's
like that, like, all right, let them out. If you're in there for
it's
like
criminal, but it's not.
If you're in there for trying to kill somebody,
keep them in there.
Yeah, fuck off. Stay in there.
Yeah.
If you're in there for killing someone, keep in there. If you're fucking Weinstein and you're
And
in
again,
there,
like I don't know like who the criminal or who the criminals that they did let out.
yeah,
Because, you know, they aren't specific. They're just like, oh, like, you know, when you watch the news or you read something, it's like, oh, jail is releasing criminals because of COVID. So they could have been releasing the
yeah, they could have been.
Criminal.
Yeah, we should probably look into that
Yeah.
a little bit before.
But
we,
even then, the fact that we're releasing people from jail because of COVID,
yeah,
but yet we can't send we're talking about sending kids to school.
yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea. But that's talk for another day.
Yeah, that's a different podcast. That's not ours.
That's a whole different podcast. Tune in to the Joe Rogan podcast. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, right.
So back to the original question about single people giving. Do you think that single people have the ability to give good dating advice while they're single?
I mean,
Oh, the
I don't
dramatic pause.
I don't see why not. I mean,
I kind of think it falls on whether or not. So you have different kinds of single people, right? You have your bachelors and bachelorettes. You have your people that just love being single.
Mm-hmm.
You have your people that fake loving being single.
Yeah.
These are the people that are constantly posting, you know, I'm doing me and
Right.
I'm happy just doing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if you're actually happy being single, you don't post about it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tell people. It's kind of like, I don't put DJ in front of my name because if I got to tell you, clearly I'm not doing something.
yeah, you're
You know
not
what I
doing
mean?
it right.
I am going to put podcaster in front of my name though. Put podcaster right in front of my shit. But like, and then you have like your bitter single people.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of depends on where you're at. If you're just single because you're single, just because, you know what I mean? You're not necessarily looking, but you're not opposed to it, but you're not unhappy in being single. You know what I mean? You're not one of the, I'm just doing me single. I think you can give good advice. If you're bitter single, I
wouldn't give advice.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't
bitter.
think I would take advice from a bitter single person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that wouldn't.
yeah, like a person that got cheated on or like badly,
Right.
or they got dumped recently,
Yeah.
and they're giving you relationship advice.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just read this book.
Like it's not even like advice. I mean, I think it is advice. I think any advice, not any, but it could be good from hearing from somebody outside of the situation.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Any an outside perspective, and a lot of times can be a good.
I wouldn't like necessarily tell somebody how to have their relationship,
Right.
but it just might be like one of those things where like, hey, you know, from the outside looking in, y'all might want to change something up.
Yeah.
Or it looks like this. Let them know what it seems to people on the outside,
Right.
and
right.
then have them do whatever they want with it.
Let me ask you this: have you ever given advice and it's not exactly what they wanted to hear, so they kind of lash out at you? Has that ever happened to you?
Honestly, it happens all the time.
I was about to say it happens to me all the time.
It's like, okay, well, one, if you didn't want to hear, like, people need to understand, and like most of like our group of friends,
Right.
they do understand. Like, we all tell
Yeah.
each other the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't ask me for an opinion if you think I'm just going to tell you what you want to hear because you're my friend.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that in turn.
If you're just looking for me to confirm what you're saying, then you might not want to ask my honest opinion.
Yeah. Now, if it happens to be that I agree with you,
Yeah, if
then
they happen to coincide,
that'll-
that's fine.
either way, it's going to be the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you handle it is totally up to you.
Some people don't want to hear the truth, man.
Yeah. You know?
You know, if the truth hurts, you'll be in pain.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Lord Cecil's in here. Cecil. You remember Cecil?
I remember Cecil. Yeah.
The beast. Didn't you like jump and bite her ankle one time? You did. You don't remember that?
Bite her ankle?
You were a little tipsy. That's when I was at the house and you and Cam had came over. I think y'all were watching an Ohio State game and got a little tipsy.
Oh, yeah,
And so
I remember what game
you were like,
I don't think I think I just jumped and grabbed your ankle.
No, you acted like you were biting her ankle.
Well, they acted. Like,
I'm not saying you actually like bit through her ankle, man.
Remember, in the society we live in today, that is me biting an ankle.
Yeah, true. My bad. The views of Thaiger does not reflect. Yeah, that's when she helped me move one time.
She actually yelled at me the one time when we met. Me and Cam and you went to the watch party for Game 5 of the finals.
Oh yeah,
and she was there.
So
she came over and sat with us, and then we went to my friends.
Yeah.
Afterwards for lunch, breakfast, or dinner, breakfast, whatever time it was, and I ordered a salad, and she was like, "That's all you're getting?" I was like, "Yeah, it's all I really want right now." Listen, you have to eat more than that. Like, I ate a whole bunch today. I only want is a salad right now.
Not in front of her. You got to eat more, man.
I was like, more. And I ordered a freaking double cheeseburger because of it.
Brent said the dating game is different nowadays. So it's hard to take advice from someone who isn't out here. He said out here. Okay. My bad, player. My bad. I'm out here. I'm out cheer. It is. I mean, you know what? The dating game is kind of different. I feel like there's a lot more options now, which makes dating a little bit difficult, because whereas before, like if you're seeing somebody, right, you're seeing that person. Yeah. You don't have like a ready, and this is not to sound like, old man get off my porch, you know what I'm saying? But like before the influx of social media, you didn't really have like, it's pretty much like dial-a-mate. You know what I'm saying? Like you got so many options now that it's like if somebody gets upset at you, doesn't want to talk to you, you're not trying to figure out why. Yeah. You don't really okay. You go do you. I'm gonna go do me, and I'm gonna go talk to this other person that's already been in my inbox. Right. You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing, which is why I'll be honest, man. I try to avoid that. Like I try to if I'm with somebody, man, I try to not have a bunch of people in my inbox. Yeah. I don't put my business out there. Like I've never been one to be like taking, couples pictures and, doing all that stuff. But at the same time, like there's people that have noticed that my inboxing will slow way down to a crawl. My responding slows down a little bit. I mean, I'm speaking in the bubble that is my life. So I can only say like there are women out there that will notice that my communication will slow way down, and I say women because I don't date guys. So obviously if you date dudes, the dudes will notice that your stuff is slowing down. But yeah, I feel like before the influx of social media, the options were a little bit more limited, and you worked a little bit harder at watering your own grass. Yep. You know what I mean? As opposed to looking at the other yards while your yard is here kind of being neglected. Yeah. And you're looking at all the other yards. Yeah. So then when you start getting brown spots in your yard where the grass isn't growing, you just go over to the next yard. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of what happens now in a sense. And Brent said you ask a woman out now by sliding in the DMs these days. I don't even think you can do that really. You can't really slide into the DMs. You used to be able to slide in DMs, and then it became a thing. It became a meme. Yeah. So once it became a meme, we weren't able to do it anymore because you're going to get dragged. Although, I'm trying to think if I've slid into some DMs. I don't really slide into DMs. Like, what do you say? Like, how do you?
I don't know.
You slide in with a knock joke or something like that? Like, do you?
Well, because now on Instagram, like you have the stories. Yeah. So like if you're watching someone's story, you hit the like button that you like, whatever. Yeah. Is that technically sliding in a DM? Because it goes into a private message.
That is a good freaking point.
So the person sees it and then reacts to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So is that technically sliding in a DM?
So technically speaking, you're sliding.
Because I slide into your DMs all the time then. I slide into everybody's DMs.
Right. You just slide.
If you're my friend, guy or girl, I have slid into your DMs if that's what it is. Because if I see something my friends do, I like it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'll even comment on it.
Yeah.
I'll even go back and like old pictures.
Right?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's become a meme too. That's weird, right? Like how did liking old pictures become a meme? Like how did that become like a creepy thing? You know what I mean? Like at what point did we decide? I think it was probably because, you know, early days of Instagram, people didn't have 6,000 uploads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember for the first few months I had Instagram, I had probably 10.
Hey, did you say 6,000 or 100?
What, posts?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people with 6,000, I'm sure.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't even think I have, like.
You don't think you have that many?
Yeah, I might.
You know what?
Not 1,000.
I'll tell you right now how many posts I have. I have 395.
I'll tell you how many I have.
I have 395 posts total.
I have 294.
200. So I have 100 more than you. That's it. Now let me go to one of my popular friends and see how many posts that they have. Hold on, let me pick somebody random. All right, I'm not going to say their name. But they have. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, that's you. Okay, so they have. Damn it, I hit the wrong thing. So they have 1,874 posts.
It's pretty impressive.
1,874 posts. I have under, what I say, 390 something?
Yeah.
I have under 400 posts.
I have 294.
I just can't be bothered to post that much, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I should. Given what I do, I need to post more. I need a team. I need a team. I need somebody to handle my social media, to just like
you handle your social media business.
I need somebody to just be like, okay, I'm gonna post for you. I'm gonna hashtag. Right. I ain't got that kind of time, man. Trying to run a bunch of things, and I'm not even running businesses yet. Like DJing is my business. Yeah. But I mean, as far as podcasting and stuff like that, this isn't even a business yet. Hopefully one day, but right now it's just. I can't imagine what it'd be like once it's like a business. Kirsten had a question for us. She said, question, do you have that friend that you do the opposite of their advice because clearly they're bad at it? So no, I don't do the opposite of their advice. I just don't listen to their advice because clearly they don't know what the hell they're doing. But I have a friend that I've watched do dumb stuff time and time again. Mm-hmm. And so now it's like, I usually don't even ask for their advice, but they'll offer it. Yeah. I'll be like, oh man, I'm going through this. Oh, well, what you need to do, anybody that starts a sentence like that, it's probably terrible. Well, what you need to do is X, Y, and Z. And then I'm literally like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I may not do the opposite, but I'm not doing that. Yeah. Whatever that was. Do you have that friend? I mean, we don't have to say no names, Belsky.
No, but honestly, with our group of friends.
Yeah. We have you know what, I'll say this. We have a really solid group of friends.
That's what I mean. Like, I would probably, I'm not going to say probably, I have listened to everything our group of friends, like, if, you know, not that they do it all the time, but like if someone says, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't have that one. No, you know what? I don't think with the group of friends, like our small, like our tight group. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I would probably listen to, I think they all give good
pretty
advice.
Solid. Yeah. I feel like within our group of friends, I feel like we're very fortunate.
Oh, for sure.
Not even just because we're all friends. Like 100%, we're fortunate to all be friends with each other. But I feel like we're fortunate that none of us has done like dumb shit.
Well, I mean, we've done knuckleheaded shit.
We've done knuckleheaded stuff, but we're not in the news.
Yeah, not that kind of stuff.
We're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like. I feel fortunate that when I wake up. Mm-hmm. I can just text my friends and I don't have to worry about, oh no, they're in jail for murdering, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they've been put away for doing this other weird thing. Like I don't have to worry about that stuff. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, and I can introduce y'all to people. I've introduced y'all to my family. You know what I mean? And like, I can do that and not worry about my mom's house getting broken into, or like, you know, just any, like we're fortunate. I feel fortunate that we don't have that knucklehead in our group of friends. You know,
if you think about it, we're like a second family.
Pretty much.
Which is why I say I have nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Because I technically don't have nieces and nephews. My brother doesn't have any children.
Oh, that's true.
But all those kids call me Uncle Pun.
Yeah, are your nieces and nephews.
So I'm going to take that for what it is.
John's kids call me T2 Thaiger, which means Uncle Tiger in Tagalog. Yeah. But I have a tribe of sisters. Yeah, you do have a tribe of sisters. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got an adult niece and an adult nephew.
Matthew says don't listen to him when he's drinking.
Speaking of when he's drinking, it's a nice little segue.
Right. See how I did that?
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that.
Real quick, Kayla, I'm glad we got you too when we met Will. So
100%. Yo, Kayla is the truth. You know what?
Kayla works her ass off.
Kayla's going to get a round of applause. Right? We're giving Kayla a round of applause. Yeah. Kayla gets the wife round of applause of the day. The wife round of applause of the day goes to Kayla, 100%. This birthday party question.
Yeah.
So
it really wasn't
please elucidate me, sir.
Like, we had like the cookout, chilling outside. It rained. We were under a tent, so it was cool,
Oh, y'all had a tent there, y'all.
Yeah, like prepared. One of those like big canopy thingies.
And this was at Gonzo's house?
It was, yes. Okay. So, even I was drinking a little bit. Like,
you was getting your sip on a little bit.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
Hey.
Partying the party unless Punk comes through getting his little sip on.
Every once in a while.
Okay, I can dig it.
So time passes and, we herd into the basement,
herd into the basement.
We just kind of migrated to the basement.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out, chilling, bullshitting about the past, I don't even know how this happened. All I heard was, and none of us have done this or we're talking about doing it. So whatever. All I heard was the word incest and incestual.
Whoa, really? Okay.
Yes. And I was like,
okay.
Wait a minute. That's just like, I know none of my friends have done that or whatever. So why is this coming up? So long story short, because I don't even remember most of the details, it was if incestual was actually a word.
Okay.
So our friend
and what did y'all conclude?
Our friend Hope looked it up, and it is a word.
Incestual.
Yes.
Incestual.
So it's kind of like the whole, like there's sex and there's sexual.
Yeah. So if you're having a relationship where you're having sex, you don't say I'm sexual. Yeah,
I'm not in a sex relationship.
Yeah,
I'm in a sexual relationship.
Gotcha.
Again, I suck at English, like verbs, pronouns. Like I don't.
Right.
So whatever incestual is to incest, that's an adverb or verb or whatever.
That's what y'all came up with.
But so Will, I don't know if he wasn't, because what he was talking about, he was right. But
okay,
I think he was adamant that incestual and incest were two different things.
Oh, okay. So okay.
And I was,
so he said
and I was like, no, I was like, bro,
different.
It's the same thing.
and he's arguing with you about it?
No. And I was like, bro, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing, but I'm like, you don't say I'm in a sex relationship. You say I'm in a sexual relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what incestual is to incest. So it went on for like 35, 40 minutes about it not being the same thing. And I was like, okay, fine. Does do not and don't mean the same thing?
Oh, there you go. Got him.
So it was just it was one of those. I know this is like cliche, but it was one of those things that it would it would make a whole lot more sense if you were there and saw it.
I mean, from what you're telling me, it makes sense.
But it was just a 35 to 45 minute
about incestual
and incestual not being the same thing.
And Will saying that they're not the same. Was anybody else saying it wasn't the same?
No,
thing?
just Will.
So just Will.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty par for the course right there. That's.
But nobody else. Like, I think, and I probably should have done it too. It's just let Will ramble.
I mean, sometimes you gotta let him do what he does.
The whole thing that we were talking about a little bit ago about me turning over
Kayla, no offense.
Yeah, turning over a new leaf and not being like debating everything.
Yeah.
I was keeping him going.
Could it be because you had sipped on the libations?
Oh, that's exactly why. It's exactly why.
So you were sipping on a little something, and
but at that point I wasn't like.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh wait,
I had
really quick. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube right now watching us. Shout out to y'all. I think we got like 4 viewers on YouTube. I'm pretty sure Tess is one of them. What's up, Tess? So,
oh yeah, and Carlos says stay out of the basement. Yeah, that's probably a good. I feel every time you go to Matt's basement, an argument happens.
Does anything good ever happen in a basement?
I mean,
I feel like all the weird stuff happens in basements.
Yeah, but I mean, we go to Matt's basement sometimes to shoot darts. So I mean, in that sense,
Matt shoots fucking bow and arrows down there. Like he works on guns in that basement.
Yeah,
he shoots arrows at targets in that basement.
Well, he wasn't shooting arrows then.
I mean, clearly, but clearly that basement was not designed for Zen.
Well, it is though, because like the other half is Ariana's little play area. So she's got all her
who also shoots arrows at
and she's good at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, ain't no Zen down there.
Hey, Zen is whatever makes you feel comfortable.
True.
If it's not hurting other people.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like something I may consider to be Zen, you might not consider Zen.
And I would never yuck your yum, sir.
Yeah.
Never in a million years.
Right. But it was just, I don't know. So like, yeah, it was a good 45-minute conversation, just putting it nicely. It was an argument.
That's putting it the nice way. Oh wait, Brent is watching us on YouTube as well. Factory Laced. Mr. Brent Walker Jr.'s YouTube channel, Factory Lace. Shout out to the plug. So
Belsky does bring up faulty furniture. Yes.
Did something happen with the furniture?
Gonzo's basement is full of faulty furniture.
Oh, 100%.
So Belsky was sitting on one of those like plastic like outside chairs.
Oh, kind of like Gonzo was sitting on in here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When he broke,
not one of those though. Like like the plastic ones. Like
yeah.
So Belsky was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden we heard like a snap, and Belsky's on the floor.
Oh wow! Oh, like a complete complete breakage on the ground, the whole shebang. Oh my god!
So then, like it was like a few hours later, Will's sitting on like an actual wooden chair. Mm-hmm. Like they have like a small coffee table down there,
right,
or kitchen table, but it's the tall ones. You know what I mean? So like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So Will's sitting on it, and then all of a sudden, boom! There goes that one.
Oh, so y'all are just...
So there's 2 chairs.
Yeah, y'all breaking furniture left and right. Yeah. That's what Gonzo gets for coming up in here and breaking
our chair. Yeah, well, your chair, yeah.
That's our chair. Breaking the Two Endangered Mammals chair, man. That's what he get. Payback is a bitch. Speaking of Zen, sir, let me ask you, what do you find Zen, if I may ask? Also, quick shout out to Emily. Emily's up in the chat. Apparently Gimp is up in the chat. Yeah, Gimp was popping. I call Gimp Cleveland's #1 stoner. But
I mean
that dude has knowledge, man.
Knowledge for days.
Like
yeah.
He's not just somebody that's like, oh yeah, I smoke whatever. Like that dude's got knowledge.
Yeah.
Like if I want to learn something about it, I hit him up.
Yeah.
Like he's got
for sure, me
actual
too.
knowledge about it. So yeah, what are some things that you find Zen? What relaxes the panda?
Nowadays?
Yeah.
I go for a lot of walks.
Really?
I know that's like the funny thing, like the dating thing. Oh, I go for long walks
on the beach.
But no, like I've probably within the last year and a half, I've probably literally walked every mile of the city. Not at one time, obviously.
I feel like when you're out taking pictures as well, you do
that too.
You do a lot of walking while you're out.
Yeah. So that picture taking, like the reason I started it was because going back a year and a half, like when I was sick, I was just in a real bad place mentally.
Right.
I think because of the way I got sick and I didn't rebound from it.
Yeah.
That it just kind of put me in a whole state of like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? I'm not getting better. So, that led to me like being more aware of what I eat, how much I eat, what I put in my body.
Right.
I literally started walking more just to like, I started down in the metro parks.
Walking is so good for you too.
Yeah. So like the one day I was like, I can't sit here thinking about this no more. I have to go do something. So I just went down to the nature center and just started walking behind there.
Did you walk those stairs down there?
Not at first, but
those steps are freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, so I just started walking. And then next thing you know, I'm walking like 3 miles a day. And then it just became like, all right, it just became routine. And then I started, oh, that looks cool. Took my phone out, snapped the picture. And then that's how the picture started.
That's
literally how the picture started.
Nice.
So I don't even say I'm a photographer. I don't own a camera. All the pictures I've taken and posted on Instagram or Facebook have been with my phone.
You're a phonographer.
Yeah, okay. Phonographer. There you go.
We can do that. We can work with that.
Like that's literally all.
We're gonna get a camera into your hands though. I mean, I got 2 of them. I got this one, and I got that one.
Yeah. But the steps, by the way, I can do those twice now, up and down.
Up and down?
Yeah.
I can do them a few times. I don't like it at all.
Oh, no, I don't like it, but I know while I'm doing it, and I'm not talking like walking. Like I could lightweight jog them.
Yeah.
Up once and then down and then up again. And then now they have that big path up there.
Yeah. You do. So what I do is I go up, I do the path.
Yeah.
Come back around, go down them. And I go down and I go right back up.
Yep.
Go around them. And then go down. I told a friend of mine, she was talking about the steps, and I was like, yeah, I can do them like 3-4 times. And she was like, oh, show off. And I was like, I didn't say I liked it. I'm not like just out there with a big smile on my face going up and down these stairs. You know what I mean? Like I'm cursing somebody out every step. I'm cursing someone out.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. I don't enjoy it. Like when I'm not trying to be Mr. Big Shot. I could run the stairs, not running at all. I'm talking like a trot. You know what I mean? Like
a little trot.
Not walking, just walking up steps. Like I'll put some oomph into it.
Yeah.
I'm
not going out there with a weighted vest or nothing like that.
No.
Yeah, fuck
like
that.
I was doing it the one day, and this dude, he must have been training for something, because this dude was skipping steps, like running up them, but like skipping 2 steps at a time.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, but he was up those steps. I wasn't even halfway, and he was already passing me again.
Was he super fit?
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of those.
Could have been. Yeah.
We call them super fits.
But yeah, he was. It was like he was. I don't know what he was training for. That might just be his thing, though. Hey.
I mean, listen.
I'm able to walk up steps and skip 2 of them at a time. That might just be his.
If that's your thing, there's absolutely
nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong.
And he wasn't
at
like
all whatsoever
showing me up at all either. Because I remember when he came down, he was like, "Keep it up, dude." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Oh well, yeah, that's even better.
But like I said, I was halfway, and he had already gone up, down, and then he passed me again. Because he was skipping, like he was literally skipping 2 steps at a time.
Oh wow. Emily in the chat says she just got back from a beach called the 1,000-Step Beach. It's no joke. I've never seen anything like it in Ohio. Pretty sure there's close to 100 steps on the staircase to get to the beach. Isn't there like 100 and something at the one in Rocky River?
Those steps behind the nature center?
Yeah.
There's 155.
Yeah, so Emily, there's 155 one behind the nature center. I don't know
if she's there. I mean, we could show her.
Well, she's in Cali right now.
Oh, she's in Cali right now? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 1,000.
When she gets back,
1,000-Step Beach. Yeah, when she gets back, we can show her. Yeah, 155 stairs, man. Fuck those stairs. But I continue to do them. I'm going to continue to do them. I'm going to keep doing them.
Oh, thank you, Emily.
I'm going to keep doing them until I can run up and run back down them. I'm going to keep doing them.
Yeah.
Emily said you look amazing, though, by the way.
I know. That's why I said thank you. And
We all agree. Emily never saw the picture I posted of you laying on the store counter, and I was like, if anybody's looking for a snack.
that was great because that was at the beginning of quarantine.
You know what? That might be one of our intro pictures one day.
That has to be. It has to be. Pop it up right now. Put it up.
I don't know if
now.
I can't because everything's back there now. Yeah, I gotta. That
was at the beginning of all the quarantine stuff.
Yeah. That's when everything, all the shelves.
Yeah,
were
but
gone.
the shelf was empty, so that's why I could fit on.
I wonder what changed. Now we can get toilet paper. We can get hand sanitizer. You know what? Here's the thing I want to talk about. Here's a pandemic topic I want to talk about. What the hell is all this weird hand sanitizer we're getting now? Like where is this stuff coming from? Because most of it is hot garbage.
Well, there was like, somebody's probably going to correct me if I'm wrong, which is fine. There was like 30 some like brands of hand sanitizer that were like recalled for causing, I think, death. Like people were
really
like using it and then they were getting sick and dying.
Were they any of the local ones or were they
I didn't recognize. They weren't any of like the big brand names.
I mean, if you notice on that table over there, I got a collection of hand sanitizer, and it's all like
plethora.
Yeah, it's all weird. Most of it's weird except for the squeeze gel and the spray stuff. The other stuff feels like it was made by a lube company. like you put it on your hands, and it's just like, and then a minute later, you're like, okay, I'm still rubbing this stuff in. Like, what the hell is going on? And then like 2 minutes later, you're like, okay, this isn't dissolving. Yeah, this isn't. It's just jelly on your.
Like
hands.
I was given thing of hand sanitizer, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know? So I get home and I'm like, oh, I'll see what it is first. Like, it was straight alcohol, like rubbing alcohol.
just straight up.
It wasn't like mixed with nothing. It
there was no aloe or anything.
No, it was literally
like
when I squeezed, like when I put some on my hand, it literally shot out like water.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I'm like, I'm not putting this on my hand. Like,
I'm going to do more damage. Like that consistency. Yeah,
I'm going to do more damage.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Because if your hands get chapped, then bacteria. Well, get in
that
there
was one of the issues that people were having is their hands started getting chapped and they started getting like cracked skin and whatnot.
It's like no, you have to use lotion too.
Yeah, you gotta moisturize.
Or you find a hand sanitizer with not a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. And a good amount of like vitamin E and aloe and stuff like that. Yeah, I like the gel. I like the gel stuff. That's pretty good. And the spray, I like the spray hand sanitizers because you can get like just a certain amount.
Yeah, I got the spray
squirt, and then you're good. Yeah.
Yep. Our friend Amber, her son, made a whole bunch of them.
Oh, he made it.
Well, like he was selling it.
Oh,
like
nice.
Hand sanitizer. So I'm sure you go through a company and then they whatever. But yeah, I bought 2 other things and I love that shit. It's great.
My parents made some. I think it was pretty good. It was like all homemade. I think there was a little bit of alcohol in it. Wasn't there like a vodka company that was making?
That's what Emily said. There were like distilleries making.
Yeah, making hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Like,
which, I mean, they got the alcohol there. So.
Yeah, that stuff. From what people told me, that stuff smelled like straight vodka.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably what
I don't
it was.
really know what vodka smells like, but I will not be buying that. Didn't it even come in a vodka bottle?
Probably.
It came in like a weird. It came in a bottle that looked like a vodka bottle.
Like, oh, Grey Goose is selling hand sanitizer now. Sweet.
Grey Goose hand sanitizer.
You probably have like the one. You'd probably have the one knucklehead who was like, "Oh, really? Grey Goose makes this?" and like tries to drink it.
Yeah, starts chugging it. Yeah. Not worried about all the other chemicals in there. What all's in hand sanitizer? It's like alcohol, aloe. There's got to be some other stuff in there. I don't know. I don't know the formula.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like just wash your hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wash your hands, call it a day. Wash your hands, use lotion.
Yeah.
Hand sanitize lotion.
Yeah.
So photography, walking, is there anything else that brings you in?
Listening to music?
Music? I feel like music's a pretty universally.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I really didn't say it first because I feel like everybody, a lot of people use that for Zen purposes.
You want to know something weird about me is like, so after the club, like on my drive home, silence. I don't listen
That too, yeah.
I don't listen to any music. I tend to not listen to music on the way to the club or from the club. Because if I listen to music on the way to the club, it'll fuck my mood up for the rest of the night. Because what I listen to and what I play a lot of times is completely different.
Yeah.
So lately I've been listening to a lot of like retro wave, like anything that sounds like it's from the 80s. Like it's kind of what I listen to pretty often. Or I listen to a lot of house. I can't go to the top 40 club and play that stuff. No. You know what I mean? I can sneak a little bit in there, but I can't play that all night. People are going to be like, what the hell are you doing? So if I listen to it on the way there, then I'm in the wrong frame of mind to do my job. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm doing like an event or like a music-based event, like a rave or a party or something like that, where it's like, no, just do whatever you want to do. Yeah. Just play whatever you want to play. Like John Doe, he plays at a spot on Thursdays where it's pretty much just, hey, you do what you do. You know what I mean? Like he plays at, I think it's like Lindy's Lake House. Yeah. And he could play whatever. So when he brings me there to play, at that point I'll listen to music on the way there because I can play whatever. But if I'm gonna play Barley House, I'm gonna play Velvet Dog, a place like that, like I'm not gonna really listen to music on the way there because what the crowd wants to hear and what I want to hear is two totally different things. Yeah. And I mean, I can find stuff that I like within every type of genre. Oh yeah, for sure. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm playing, woe is me, I'm playing the stuff that I don't like. It's just I don't want to get in a certain frame of mind and then get there and I don't want to be zigging all the way there and get to the club and have to zag.
Well, I was like, I'm sure like people, I mean, friends with me on Facebook, you've seen me post random songs.
Yeah.
And that's literally me chilling on the front porch.
Just listening to
music. And whatever pops up on my phone.
The famous porch chilling.
Front porch chilling, as I like to call it. Literally,
mode.
Obviously all those songs are in.
My mom said, watch that mouth, young man.
The screen went black.
Did your screen go black? Oh, wait, are you still there? Oh, your battery's dead? All right, don't worry. I'll fix that right now. People, hold please for just one moment. We are going to fix Pun's screen. You can still hear us, though.
Yes, you can.
I really have to get a plug for this. All right, I really have to get a plug for that camera so that we don't have to keep switching it. Because this one, the battery in this one doesn't last as long as the battery in the other one. My mom said G Nanny in the house.
And Goose brought up a good point. He said we could just look on the ingredients on one of your.
We could, but that would require work.
One of us moving.
Goose, come over here, grab one for us.
Yeah.
That's not good content. That's for next episode. Next episode we'll read the ingredients. Yeah. We got to save something. So, yeah, whenever I'm driving to the club, I don't want to get into the wrong frame of mind on the way there. And then on the way back, I just don't want to hear music. Yeah. Like I kind of don't want to, cuz music is loud. And this is no matter where I play. The music is loud, and when music becomes your job, right? So I got asked one time why I don't listen to music on the, after I'm done DJing. I'm like, well, a chef usually doesn't want to go home and cook. Yeah. A stripper doesn't want to go home and dance. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah. A cop doesn't want to go home and arrest somebody at home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're off, you don't want to have to do these things. Same thing with me. Like music is, I'm thankful that music and my art has become my career. At the same time, even if it's your passion, you do need a little getaway. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's kind of like streamers, right? That stream games. In their off time, they don't play games as often as people might think. You know what I mean? Because especially if they're streaming for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, they're not going to.
They're probably, they're not. I mean, there are certain games that I'm sure they play offline. And, but, for the most part, it's like you don't want to do. One thing that especially, that's especially weird to me is when I get in the car with people and they're like, "Oh, you're the DJ here. Here's the aux cord."
Yeah, right.
It's like,
dude, I'm not DJing right now.
Yeah. Like, come on, fam. Like,
right?
Like you wouldn't do that to anybody else. Like, oh, you're a boxer. Hey, go punch that person. Like,
yeah. That's why, like, I feel bad for Will sometimes. Like, you know, he tattoos.
Yeah, he does tattoos.
Hit him up if you need some, tattoos.
Drop Dead Tattoos.
Drop Dead Tattoos. Inc. 1983.
Drop Dead Tattoos. Future sponsor of the podcast. Drop Dead Tattoos. Also shout out to Tina Gregg.
Yeah.
Drop Dead Tattoos.
But it's like I just like when he's not tattooing, like that's the first thing people ask, like, oh, I need
that's the first thing they bring up is tattoos.
And like I've done it sometimes to him too, so I try not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because like I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? He's not tattooing right now.
Yeah. So I'm sure he doesn't.
He needs an outlet from that.
I'm sure he doesn't want to sit here talking about tattoos while he's not tattooing.
Yeah. So like I've tried to like not bringing up with him. If I'm thinking about getting something, I'll ask him like, hey, obviously you could do this, but when could I come in? Like that type of thing. Yeah. But just to have a full out conversation about tattoos, like I try not to do it a lot because
it's not the move.
It's even though I'm sure he enjoys it. Like you said, everybody needs a break from their like job.
From
whatever.
No matter how passionate you are about it, you're going to need a break. I mean, dude, even parents need a break from their kids.
Right.
So it's not, it's not like, when I'm driving home, man, I don't listen to any music at all whatsoever. I don't listen to anything. If I do, it's turned down so low and it's so far removed from anything that I played that night. Like I pay for Sirius XM just to have the chill channel. Like, it's literally the only channel that I leave it on that. It's rarely off of that. The only time it's off of that is if somebody's in my car and I'm like, oh, you can go ahead and pick something, which is rare that I let people do that. I don't let people do that often, but like once in a while I'll just be like, just go ahead and pick whatever it is you want, as long as it's not country. I'm not a country guy. I can't do it. Nothing against country. It's just not my thing.
I like I'll listen to like the newer country because it's more like popish.
Yeah, it's like,
everything
has trap beats now. Like even the country has trap beats.
But like I shouldn't even say that. Like I do like some country. Like
actually, country nowadays has the $1 Million clap. So it has that. Remember during the 50 Cent era, every song had that clap.
Oh yeah.
Country is starting to have that clap.
Yeah.
The $1 Million clap. You want to be rich? Put this clap in your song.
I've been to a lot of country concerts.
My mom said yes, a break from the kids.
Yeah.
I've never been to a country concert.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of Kenny Chesney concerts.
Really?
That's what I should say. Yeah.
Okay. Does that count as country?
Well, no, he's country.
Is he country?
But he like that. Like I don't know. He's kind of cool. Like
for 2 years I lived on an island where there was a country music festival, and I had never went. Well, I mean, the one year was like Rascal Flatts and they were basically just doing covers.
Yeah.
They were just a really expensive cover band.
Yep.
And then the year before that, it was I can't think of the name of the country artist. And then last year was Kid Rock, who is country, but then is also like rock-ish, rap rock. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. When he first came out, he was straight hip hop.
Who?
Kid Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like straight up hip hop. Now he's like,
I mean, I think he was like rock too.
No, when he first dropped, straight hip hop, dude. Like not even joking, straight up hip hop. I remember the first video I had ever seen, straight hip hop beat, like straight up hip hop. And then shortly thereafter, very shortly after, he went rock.
Like that,
because the rap thing didn't fully work out.
Bang,
so this is, I'm talking years before that. All right. Even years before that.
Yeah. But even like his,
he was rapping about old school rappers.
Yeah.
When he first came out. Yeah.
Because I feel like even his, like when he was like heavy metal, whatever it was, there were like the beats. It
was very hip hop influenced. Yeah. Hip hop has influenced so much music,
which was kind of cool.
Yeah, Hip hop has influenced
for sure.
almost every musical genre out there. Hip hop is influenced in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. And who would have thought, man? They used to say that hip hop was a passing fad,
right?
And now it's like almost, if not the number one like grossing.
I could
form
be
of
wrong
music
on this, but I feel when Aerosmith and Run DMC did the crossover. Walk This Way.
Yeah.
I feel that brought it more to just not a fad.
That was the
because Aerosmith was like
that was the turning of the tides.
They were like
they were one of the rock bands
back then.
Yeah.
And then
you're
you're
right.
doing
Run DMC was the hip hop group at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the 80s, so Aerosmith was still, they were kind of like, I mean, they were still big.
Yeah.
But they were bigger in the 70s.
Yeah.
But I feel like having a rock group like Aerosmith collaborating with
a rap
with
group.
Run DMC.
Whatever happened to the rap group? I don't see rap groups anymore.
Not too much, no.
Yeah, Migos, that's it. And even they do
even
like
they do more
separate,
solo stuff now.
They do so much solo stuff. Like you don't really see rap groups that much nowadays. Like you know, I mean, if you go way back, you have Run DMC, but yeah, you got Wu-Tang, you got Tribe Called Quest,
Cash Money, or the Hot Boys.
Yeah, Hot Boys. You got
No Limit.
Yeah, No
I
Limit.
mean, were they even a group though? Well, the 504 Boys.
Yeah, they were a group.
Yeah, there was.
I feel like you don't really see groups anymore.
Yeah,
you don't even really see groups when it comes to R&B. Honestly, you don't really see R&B too much,
right?
But you don't even see groups when it comes to R&B anymore. Like there used to be groups. Like, I mean, other than I think the Roots are the only ones holding it down for like a hip hop group.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and
they're good for them.
They're a straight up hip hop band. But yeah, you don't really see that too much anymore. I feel like you think it's a money thing. I think it's like, oh, I can make more money by myself just being the front man.
I think with the Roots though, like all those dudes are so like well grounded.
Yeah, I mean, well, for the Roots, yeah, but I'm talking about like
what I'm saying. So like, it's easy for them to still be a group. I feel now.
Okay, they're well established enough that they can still be
a group.
Yeah,
but like now, you know how these kids are now.
Yeah,
everything's about me.
Yeah, it's me.
It's not about the team no more.
It's not even just the kids.
Yeah,
it's everybody.
No, that's what I mean. Like it's so about me. Like no one wants to be a team no more.
Herbie said his all-time rap group is Two Live Crew. I think, if I'm not mistaken, me and Herb went to a Two Live Crew show here in Cleveland.
Your mom said Bone Thugs.
Yeah, Bone Thugs.
They're still.
My mom knows them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
my mom like knows them personally.
Yeah.
She knows like that whole family. That was wild. First time I had ever saw them was when I was still in DC, and it was one of their first out of town shows, and they came and performed in DC, and I snuck in the venue because I wasn't old enough to get in. But they performed in DC, and it was them, Redman and Method Man.
Oh wow!
And I want to say Hammer was on that show.
Bro, I would have paid anything to see that.
I want to say Hammer was on that show, and it was at a club that I used to go to this club all the time, and got to the point because you know how I am with clubs. Like I'll go, if I get in, I talk to everybody there.
Yeah,
security guards, like everybody, door person, and then once you know them, you can get in more often.
Yeah.
So after the first few times sneaking in or using my older sister's ID, I don't know how that worked, but once I knew people, I was able to get in. But yeah, I even got a VIP card for the place.
Okay.
And that got me into that concert, man. That was bugged out. Yeah, Herb, it was at Euphoria. Two Live Crew was at Euphoria. Whew.
It wasn't a group, obviously, but I think it was the Chronic 2000 tour.
Oh, did you go to that?
Oh yeah. Oh. That was fun.
Really?
I was still in high school.
Well, of course.
Obviously. Still
how was that show?
I just remember being there and like feeling that I shouldn't be there.
You're like, this is
not
totally
in a bad
wrong.
way.
Yeah.
But it was just, I was like,
just feeling like, yo, I have no business here, but I love it.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Snoop and all them, like,
yeah,
I love them. So it was like, hell yeah, I want to go. You got an extra ticket? Sweet, I'll go. I mean, it was a fun time, but I just remember like, yeah, like it was probably the most. I don't even know like what word to describe it. It was like the most.
There are no words to describe it, sir.
The most shenanigan-filled concert I've ever been to. Oh,
holy crap.
Yeah. Like, it was just like anything you could think of in the realm of not hurting anybody.
Yeah, but in the realm of tomfoolery.
Was going on.
Wow. I can only imagine. Like I can only imagine. I'm sure there was a lot of weed smoke.
Oh God.
I'm sure there was a lot of like half nakedness.
Yes.
I'm sure there was just a lot of, there was probably stage diving.
Everything.
There was, yeah. That must have been a hell of a show to be at.
It was awesome.
Oh man. Are there really shows like that anymore? Do people in the hip hop world, are there shows like that?
There was, oh God, this was even, Will might remember this because he took me. Well, he might remember. I think it was around like 2010 or 11-ish. Mm-hmm. He hit me up there one day and he was like, "Yo, you got to work today?" And I was like, "Actually, no, I don't. I have off." He's like, "You want to go to a Lil Wayne concert with me?"
Really?
And I was like, yeah. Is that even a question?
Like,
it's Weezy.
Like, are you even
he's
asking anything?
I'm not going to put him one, but he's in my top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Weezy's dope.
Personally, he's in my top 3. I'm not saying
remember we made fun of him for like 3 weeks when he said Real G's moving silence like lasagna. And the
Italian didn't even know what that meant.
And then you were like, "Oh yeah,
the G is silent."
I was like, "Oh, I gotta take all this shit talking back."
Best rapper alive.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say best rapper alive. He's definitely dope. And you know what? I've gotten a new found appreciation for him. Yeah. Because I didn't like him for a while. I was very East Coast. East Coast or nothing. You know what I mean? But I definitely have a new found appreciation for him in recent times, especially with the influx of, and I hate to call them mumble rappers because they're not really mumbling. They're just not really talking about anything. So, and
they're mumble rappers.
I mean, you could feel free to call them that. I don't want to call them mumble rappers because sometimes I hear them and I'm like, oh, I understand what they're saying. You know what I mean?
No,
it's just sometimes it's a lot of repetitive nothingness. But then a lot of them, here's something I noticed when it comes to like the mumble rap community, right? A lot of the mumble rappers don't really take off.
They really don't.
A lot of the ones that are accused of being mumble rappers, but are actually like rapping, they're the ones that are usually more successful. Mm-hmm. The mumble rappers usually have a hit, and then they kind of fizzle out. You know what I mean? And then you have the people that are actually like, you can understand them, you hear what they're saying, and you can get into the art of what they're doing. Yeah. They're usually the ones that are more successful. You know, like the mumblers are kind of, and I mean, then you got people like 6ix9ine, but even 6ix9ine isn't mumbling.
No,
I don't like the dude, but he's not mumbling.
Yeah.
He's at least rapping. You know what I mean? And he can rap
or snitching.
And snitching. I don't think it's an or situation.
No, it's and.
He's rapping and snitching. But I don't think that I personally don't think that, I don't think he's terrible. I don't like what he's talking about, but I don't think he's terrible. You know what I mean?
I haven't even listened to him.
Oh yeah, I haven't listened to him since he went to jail.
Not even before then.
Oh, before that, you was like,
I heard like one song.
So I haven't played his stuff. Once he caught that charge, I was like, it's a rap for him. Yeah, it's curtains. You know what I mean? Like you'd be hard pressed to get me to play an R. Kelly song.
Yeah,
like I'm not. I mean, I can separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, but
at the same time, there's something that just feels weird about it. Mm-hmm. I might play a remix of something.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to just like, people will be like, yo, can you play the remix to Ignition? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, first of all, I don't do requests.
Yeah.
Second of all,
yeah,
you asking a lot, homie.
Because that whole in the closet thing, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense now.
Man, it's so. Oh God.
Like, were you just?
Were you trying to tell us something?
Were you trying to tell us something the whole time?
Were you dry snitching on yourself? Didn't he make age ain't nothing but a number or something like that? Or was that Aaliyah that made that and he produced it or something? Yeah. That dude, I mean, man, there's so much.
But Belsky asked, is that the concert Will fell asleep at? Yes, Belsky. The Lil Wayne concert is the concert.
Will fell asleep at a Lil Wayne concert?
Getting back to that. So, hits me up. No, I don't have to work. Of course, it's Weezy. I'm going. All right, cool.
Right.
So we go there. We go to, I forgot where we went before, a little pregame. Mm-hmm. And went over to, at that time, the Q still.
Right. Oh, it was still called the Q at that time.
Still the Q.
Yeah. Okay.
And I thought, I know it's real, so I knew we would have good seats. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't expecting to be like 10 rows from the freaking stage on the floor.
Oh.
So like we were in it.
Yeah, y'all were like up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not 10. We were.
You could count his dreadlocks.
Maybe not like. Well, no, 10 rows because in front of the rows was like the mosh pit.
Yeah, yeah.
So we were like 10 rows seat. So
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, holy shit, this is sweet.
Yeah.
So we're
at that point you could throw a bottle at him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The opening was Travis Barker, and I forgot the DJ, but the stage was like a big speaker box.
Okay.
So Travis Barker was in one of the speaker holes, and then the DJ was in the other speaker hole.
Yeah.
And they would battle. So like the DJ would like scratch, mix, whatever they do, juggle. Mm-hmm. And then Travis Barker would either match it or do something back. So it was like a battle. To me, it was like a half hour, 35 minutes.
Oh.
And it was dope. Like that, to me, it was Wheezy, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That was
that
the best
part of it was kind of the highlight.
That was
gotcha.
Awesome. So then I think like Nicki Minaj opened for him. Was between Travis Barker, the DJ, and then Nicki Minaj was on for a little bit.
Oh, Nicki was an opener at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lil Wayne obviously was the headliner.
John asked if it was DJ AM.
It could have been.
Probably at that time.
Probably at that. I think it was. Yeah. But so Lil Wayne comes on and we're going ham as hard as a motherfucker. I mean, it was Lil Wayne, so I mean, I was like, yes, this is awesome. So we're wilding out, having a good time, and I get a tap on my shoulder from the person behind me, and I was like, shit, did I hit somebody on accident? Like,
yeah.
So I turned around, and it was this lady, and she was like, "Is your friend okay?" And I was like,
"You're like, what the hell are you talking about?"
What do you mean? She was like, "Is that your friend next to you?" And I looked at Will, and this dude is standing up, full sleep.
Standing?
Snoring and everything.
What the fuck? Will can sleep in any position, dude.
So I looked and I started laughing. One, because it's Will and I'm his friend, so I know he just falls asleep anywhere. But two, this was the first time I've actually seen him standing up, sleeping.
Like a horse.
Yeah. Beer bottle still in hand, not spilling nothing.
Oh, wow.
But full snoring, sleeping.
Will's good at that.
So I let it ride for about like 5 minutes, and then I tapped. I was like, "Yo, bro, wake up!" Like,
were they weren't trying to kick y'all out or anything?
Oh no, this was just a random.
Oh, just a random person was like, "Hey,
yeah,
I think
like
your
somebody
friend
behind
is,
us was
I think
asking
your friend
if he
is
was all right."
meditating."
Yeah, and I was like, and so I turned back. I was like, "Oh yeah, he does that from time to time. He's fine."
every now and again, he tends to
just
get
randomly.
like that.
I didn't know it was going to be standing up, but yeah, fell asleep. Not even. We weren't even in seats. We were standing.
Holy crap.
Like, I get it. Like if you're sitting at a concert and you fall asleep in your seat.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, like we were standing. And this dude just like
he's just
holding his beer,
out.
snoring.
Oh my God.
It was phenomenal.
Hilarious.
It was phenomenal.
That is hilarious. How do you, John says, how do you sleep at a show?
I couldn't do it.
That's Will, John. That's Will.
One. And then two, I would have fell over.
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
obviously he had been sleeping for a little bit if the lady tapped me and said, "Hey, is your friend okay?"
Yeah, so how was he even still upright?
Right? And I let it ride for a good couple minutes after I found out he was sleeping because I was going.
Did he even sway? Did he even sway? Was he just like.
He was, I mean, actually, no. Like he was just sleeping.
He didn't even sway.
It was like he was in a bed, but he was strapped in it and the bed was vertical.
Oh,
you know what
my
I mean? Like
God.
he was just sleeping.
That's our
He's
Will.
Holding his beer,
That's
not spilling
Will.
it.
Didn't spill a damn thing.
No.
Gotta love him, man. That's our Will.
I tapped him. I was like, "Yo, Will, wake up. You all right?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine." And then he was up the whole time.
Kelsey said horses do it all the time. Yeah, that's why I said like a horse. Sleeping, standing up like a horse. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
that time already?
It's about that time, man. Time flies.
Right?
I'm telling you, man, time just flies. We're just zipping through these things, man. We get up in here and do a cheeky 2 hours, and it just we just knock it out. We just knock it out of the park every time. Pun, it's been an absolute pleasure, son. Let me get my outro music. Ooh. Sir, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Please make sure that you go to the #1 co-host in the game. Make sure you go to his socials and check him out. Pun, how can they find you, sir?
On Instagram at PunFuPanda and on Facebook at Pun Capasso.
Took you a second. You had to think about it
Yeah.
for a second. You want to tell them how to spell that last name real quick so they can look up?
Capasso.
Thank you. And as always, you can find me at Thaiger39. That's THAIGER 39. You can find me across all socials. You can find me at thickwhitegirls.com. You can
Yes.
You can find me at Christian Mingle. You can find me at barbecuefest.com. Anywhere.
Plenty of fish.
You can find Hitch. You can find me everywhere. Also, a little bit of housekeeping real quick. The videos will now be coming down from Facebook probably within a day or so, but they will live on YouTube, just so you know. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/Thaiger39, just like in down there. Am I pointing the right way, Pun?
Yeah.
You can see the mark. Okay. Just like down there. So make sure you go there, give a subscribe, click like on the video, do some comments, because apparently that's how the algorithm works. Or you can check them out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Thaiger39. I used to stream from Brazilianaire, but I think I'm going to keep that my personal one and make the other one the universally accepted one. So thank you everyone for joining us. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody that's on Twitch that was watching, we appreciate you. Everybody on Facebook that's watching, we appreciate you. Everybody on YouTube that's watching, we appreciate you. And hopefully one day everybody that's on Instagram, because I'm figuring out a way for us to stream live on Instagram as well. So without further ado, this is Two Endangered Mammals, and we are signing out. Peace.